Yep.
Okay. We're going to do just a quick review of frequency distributions to start off with, okay? And we're using problem 311. I forgot what it was. But I wanted to go through the steps one more time, okay, to kind of help you guys do it. And here we go. So we've got some data here. I forgot what the data is, but it's something. And we're going to hit insert, pivot table. I just had to hit it once. Then I get a pivot table little dialog box. And it's asking me to highlight the numbers we're going to play with. So I'm highlighting the numbers we have here from problem 311. Then we're going to check existing worksheet. And I'm going to put the cursor behind location and click on a nice open cell here. Okay? And that looks good. Then we're going to click OK. Oop, data source not yellow, which means I have to save my file first. Let's get out of here. And I'll do it again. So we go save as. Looks good. All right. So just to review kind of quick, insert, pivot table. Here's our data. We're going to highlight the data. Existing worksheet. Find the cell. We got the cell. We're going to go OK. So we have our pivot table field list come up. And I forgot to put the title down here, so we'll just ignore the first 24. So what I want to do is take that label, or the first one here, put it down in the row labels. I'm going to take that same label, put it down to values. Okay, it starts to give us a little frequency distribution. I'm going to click on the arrow under values, the little drop-down arrow, double-click on value field settings, and turn that into count, right? Click OK, and what we've got is a count of all the numbers of whatever from 24 to 32. So that's looking good. If I wanted to, I'm going to get rid of the field list now. If I wanted to change the grouping, if I want to have more or less rows, I put the cursor over one of the row labels. I'm going to just pick, let's pick 30 today. I'm going to right click on that. Then we're going to click on group. And let's go, I want to have less, so let's go by twos. We'll group them by twos. Okay. Click OK. And over here, usually I want to have like 5 to 10 rows. That's a reasonable amount to show. Remember we did this with an 800 piece file, so this is pretty good. All right. Once I get this far, how are we on minutes?
3 minutes.
3? Okay. Once we get this far, we can copy over the few numbers we have, because you can't access numbers in a table. I'm just going to double click on the sum here, make sure it's still got 15, looks good. It's ignoring the first one, it's treating it as a label. If I wanted to do cumulative, remember cumulative is less than or equal to, so how many of these are less than or equal to 25? Looks like 3. How many are less than or equal to 27? That would be the 3 plus the 6. So I'll hit equal, up arrow, plus, left arrow, enter, gives me 9. Then I can just pull that 9 down, and that brings me to a total of 15. Okay, so...
Can you do that one more time? You said equal?
Yeah. The first one I just copy over under cumulative. I just copy over the count. For the second one, I want to do equal, up arrow, plus, left arrow, enter. So that gives me the 9. So it's the number above plus the number to the left. Then I'm just going to pull that down, and we're good. To do percent frequency, all we have to do is go equal. We're going to point to the count. and divide that by the total, which in this case is 15. Then we hit enter. So that's all relational, so I can just pull that down. Okay. So I've got decimals here. I'm going to turn that into percentages by clicking on number, percent. Let's go with no decimal places. And you can see we have nice percentages, right? The only other thing we do is percent cumulative. So we're just going to use a different column to divide there. So I'm going to go equal. I'm going to point to the cumulative frequency, divide that by the total. I'm going to feed that as a constant. That's 15. Enter. And then I'm going to pull that down. And then we're going to change that to percent. And we're pretty much all done. So that's how you do a simple frequency distribution. And our producer today is, what's your name?
Carlos.
Carlos. All right, thanks, Carlos.